Detectives found and arrested the suspect. On September 18th, police found out about a potential planned kidnapping that was supposed to take place somewhere in Olympia. Police worked with Thurston County deputies and SWAT to investigate the claims. 1 week later, detectives caught and arrested the potential kidnapping suspect in South Bend. That suspect is now facing felony charges.
A split-second reaction saves a Bellevue driver's life. Take a look at this video from earlier this week on Bellevue Way. Now let's show you that video again slowly. You see a silver minivan approaching the intersection and cross traffic that has a red light. The minivan begins to proceed through the green light, but that white car had a different plan. Luckily, the minivan driver noticed it and hit the brakes. And to their luck, the white car only took off their front bumper. Bellevue police say the driver in the white car was tracked down and was arrested on Tuesday night. It is their 12th case of DUI just this week, meaning Bellevue's, not the suspects.
Kitsap County Sheriff's deputies are investigating what they say is an apparent car bombing. The back of a Mercedes blew up, and the owner told deputies he saw someone place a black box with a flashing red light underneath it. The sheriff's office shared these pictures of the damage. The explosion happened a little before 4 this morning at a home on Northwest Grover Lane in unincorporated Bremerton. Deputies say the car owner was walking towards his car to investigate when the device detonated. No one was injured. The suspect fled in a silver Honda. The FBI, ATF, and Washington State Patrol are assisting in the investigation.
Almost $2,000 worth of stolen items, and now Bonnie Lake police are looking for these 4 suspects. Take a look. These are surveillance photos. Police say 2 men entered the Bonnie Lake Target last month. They grabbed more than $450 worth of Pokemon cards and walked out without paying. Police also shared a picture of their car. It's some kind of black sedan. If you think you know who's behind this crime, contact the Bonnie Lake Police Department. A month earlier, police say this man and woman entered the same Target. Much better pictures. They stole over $1,200 worth of merchandise. Detectives say they loaded up a cart and left. The woman left through the fire exit. The man picked her up in a dark-colored pickup. Together, they piled the stolen items into the truck and drove off. If you recognize either of these suspects, contact Bonnie Lake Police.
Do you know this woman? Police say this is Rose Curtis, and she's wanted for burglary, theft, and trafficking stolen property. Lacey police tell Fox 13 she stole several tools that are worth $20,000. Detectives say Curtis tried to sell them online. They got a search warrant and recovered half the items last week, but never found Curtis. If you know where she is, call Lacey PD. A machine operator has died, and the company he worked for is now facing a 6-figure fine. The Washington State Department of Labor and Industry says Georgia Pacific Camas Mill failed to prevent a deadly accident. Back in March, a 32-year-old worker was crushed by a packing machine that had no guards in place to keep people out. LNI says before the tragic accident, the worker called 4 times in 1 hour to ask for assistance troubleshooting a large piece of equipment for stacking boxes in preparation for shipping. Eventually, co-workers noticed a backup, then found the man dead in the machine. The agency says the accident was entirely preventable. Georgia Pacific must now pay $650,000. With less than 5 weeks to go until Election Day, the Trump and Harris campaigns are turning their focus to battleground states in the Midwest.
Both candidates were out on the campaign trail this week. As Fox News Chief Washington correspondent Mike Emanuel explains, they're both hoping to win over undecided voters.
Thank you very much.
Former President Donald Trump back in the battleground state of Michigan as the race to the White House heads into its final stretch. The former president won the Great Lakes state in 2016, and he's hoping to repeat history.
33 days from now, we are going to win the state of Michigan.
But winning Michigan won't be easy. Recent polling finds Trump and Vice President Harris are virtually tied in voter support. The race is also tight in Wisconsin, with Harris leading by only 2 points.
Kamala Harris is going to significantly raise taxes.
On Thursday, the Trump campaign released a new ad attacking Harris aimed at targeting undecided voters. The ad comes as both campaigns grapple with an ongoing port strike, rising tensions in the Middle East, and deadly flooding here at home.
These are things that really show clearly the contrast in this election between a leader who's serious, who's actually working on people's challenges to try to bring solutions to the challenges that happen, and someone who's only interested in themselves.
While the Harris campaign is using the trials as a way to contrast the vice president's role as leader, Mr. Trump has lashed out, saying problems like the port strike and war in the Middle East would never have happened on his watch.
You wouldn't have had the war in Ukraine. If I was president, you wouldn't have had that. You wouldn't have had October 7th with Israel.
Harris is also returning to the campaign trail today with a visit to battleground Wisconsin, where she'll be joined by former Republican Congresswoman Liz Cheney. In Washington, Mike Emanuel, Fox News.
As you get ready to vote, we have everything you need to know on the Fox Local app. That includes the full debate for Seattle City Council, Attorney General, and State Superintendent, plus in-depth analysis from our political analysts for all your election coverage. Download the Fox Local app, available on all streaming platforms.
Does the Seattle area need a second airport? State leaders seem to think so and are once again looking at locations across the region. What residents had to say at the public online meeting held today.
Bounce from one doctor to the next. Does it have to be like this?
At Kaiser Permanente, we have a different kind of health care.
So, how did you like that?
Where all of us work together for all that is you.
Hey, it's Jeremy with Republic Services, and I'm here to bring you your helpful recycling tip. When it comes to recycling, it's important to know what to throw. Only recycle cardboard, paper, metal food and beverage containers, glass bottles and jars, and hard plastic containers like bottles, jugs, and tubs. Never throw something in the recycling bin if you're unsure if it can be recycled. For more information on recycling, visit recyclingsimplified.com.
Nucor Seattle is hiring. Go online today to create your job profile at jobs.nucorwa.com and look for entry-level production in Seattle. Average starting pay is $75,000. Medical, dental, vision, and life insurance included. Plus, get education reimbursement and long-term disability. Don't wait. Create your job profile online and apply to join the Nucor Seattle team today.
This game is unpredictable. And unbelievable happens. So, if you bet, set limits. Never chase your losses, and only bet what you can afford to lose. Learn more at responsibleplay.org.
Here they come. This ball is smoke.
New era begins today here on Fox.
Hey News Buffs, I want to introduce you to Fox Local. It's where you can stream Fox 13 Seattle live and on demand for free. We have an awesome lineup, including Good Day Seattle, Studio 13 Live, and Seattle Sports Live. Fox Local is your portal to staying informed and entertained. So you ready to change the way you watch news? Start streaming Fox 13 Seattle today on Fox Local, where premium content meets the unbeatable price of free. It's a news experience you've been waiting for.
Every morning, you have a chance to make it a good day, whether you're an early riser or you're always racing the clock.
We're morning people, so you don't have to be.
When you need a team in your corner, we're here to help.
From the moment your feet hit the ground. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
It's great to have you here.
The moment you hit the roads, we're keeping up with you. In Tacoma, you're not in terrible shape. With live news, weather, and traffic all morning long. Looking really nice the next couple of days.
Get up with Good Day Seattle.
Weekdays, 4:30 to 10 a.m.
There's a second push to bring another commercial airport to the greater Seattle area. Today, the Commercial Aviation Coordinating Commission held a public online meeting. State leaders believe a new airport is needed to keep up with our region's growing demand for new passenger and cargo flights. In 2019, the state legislature created the commission to find a location for a new airport using data. The idea has yet to fully take off because every location brought up by the Commercial Aviation Coordinating Commission has received pushback from both neighbors and local government. During today's public comment, people who live in Thurston County urged the work group to consider the effects of environment when choosing a location.
The water quality and protection of our aquifer was of great concern, plus the preservation and our natural environment for our future generations, and to protect the very environment that will mitigate our climate. So please, I'm asking you to consider and be mindful of our environment and our wildlife in any transportation decision.
Some who oppose the new airport idea say there is no data showing the need for another airport. According to the Port of Seattle, last year, nearly 51 million travelers passed through SeaTac.
A crew found a climber's body just days after he was reported missing. This happened on Mount Baker. Whatcom County sheriffs tell Fox 13 they responded to the missing person report on Sunday morning near the Coleman-Deming route. The 39-year-old Canadian man was solo climbing 2 days before he was reported missing, but he never checked in with his family. Monday afternoon, crews found his body in a crevasse. Now to a toxic algae warning that's been issued for Silver Lake in Eatonville. The Tacoma-Pierce County Health Department says people and pets should avoid areas of the lake with visible algae. That means no swimming, wading, water skiing, or fishing. Toxic algae forms a scum layer that looks like green pea soup, and it can make you sick.
Well, Fox 13 meteorologist Claire Anderson joining us now. And Claire, luckily it is too cold to swim.
Yeah, a lot of people maybe looking at the water, going to the water. But yeah, it's a little cold to swim these days. I'm sure people want to let their dogs in. So again, just don't forget that if you do head to that area. But temperatures nice and warm. Like I said, but not warm enough to swim. 66 for SeaTac today. That was above average high temperatures. 68 actually for Olympia, as well as Tacoma and Bremerton were in the upper 60s. 67 was the high today for Wenatchee, upper 60s out towards the coast. So pretty nice for October standards. As we look at our next several afternoons, we are going to get cooler tomorrow. The cold front sweeps through. Mid-60s for Saturday. We do get nice Sunday into Monday, so people probably heading out to the water to do some activities. But it will be cooler into Tuesday, Wednesday, as well as Thursday. Now, our next frontal system is moving into the Pacific Northwest tonight. We've been talking about it for a few days, and it's finally arriving, whether we like it or not. Now, the showers starting to pick up. Notice this on the radar. Starting to see some yellow and orange there. Heavier showers just off the coast. Clouds are slowly starting to sink further southward for tonight, with those showers filling in by tomorrow morning. Now, temperatures tonight just past 10:45, and we're in the mid-40s for Bremerton and Shelton, low 50s for Arlington and Bellingham. 56 degrees this evening for SeaTac, in the 50s for Wenatchee, mid-50s towards Forks. It will be milder tonight because we had a nice warm day today, and the clouds act as like a blanket and keep us warm overnight. And the clouds, though, will return those showers pretty quickly. So here's late tonight. Tomorrow morning, notice those showers, 7 a.m., Mount Vernon down through Paulsbo and Shelton. So if you had to work a little after 7, expect to use your windshield wipers. By 8 to 9 o'clock, steady, heavier rainfall, especially in the South Sound, Snoqualmie Pass, Stevens Pass as well. By lunchtime, a lot of those showers up into the Cascades. We will see some sun breaks behind the front, tapering showers turning to more of a Puget Sound conversion zone by Friday evening. The Snoqualmie Pass to Stevens Pass kind of lying right in there, out through Everett. We could even see a rumble of thunder. I don't want to rule that out. We have cool air, instability, some daytime heating, so can't again rule that out. But those showers will taper continuing through Friday evening. A few sprinkles left over in the North Cascades. We do see some dry skies for Saturday, increasing sun breaks, kind of some high clouds passing through, but a nice Saturday afternoon. Rainfall forecast, pretty good rainfall, especially into the afternoon out towards the coast. We could see close to an inch of rain, around a half an inch around the Puget Sound area. So it will be a wetter morning, that is for sure. And winds are going to get gusty through the morning hours, pretty breezy. Middle part of the day, 20 to 30 miles per hour. Temperatures tomorrow will be cooler in the low 60s. We'll see increasing sunshine Saturday into Sunday, highs in the upper 60s. Nice and dry for Seahawk game Sunday. Stray shower late Monday with a few shower chances through the middle of the week.
The last time UW and Michigan faced off, it was for a national title. Why this weekend's rematch is one for the history books.
The doctor will see you now. But do they really? Do they see that crick in your neck? That ache in your heart? Will they see that funny little thing that wasn't there last year? The new bounce in your step? The way your retinal scan connects to your blood sugar? At Kaiser Permanente, all of us work together to care for all that is you.
When it comes to recycling, it's important to know what to throw. Only recycle paper, cardboard, metal food and beverage containers, glass bottles and jars, and hard plastic containers like bottles, jugs, and tubs.